Welcome to Crash Course in Commercial Real Estate. We converted our in-house training program to a podcast to teach you prospecting, negotiation, business planning, and other fundamental skills to become a successful commercial real estate agent. And now, here's your host, Brady Collier.
Welcome back to our commercial real estate training videos. I'm here with Shannon and Joe. This is just a real short video that I wanted to record. And Shannon, I just want to tell you one quick idea, and I want you to think about it. When you walk into a doctor's office and you see the doctor, what do you expect the doctor to look like?
Well, I usually expect him to look official, whether they're in their coat
Or their scrubs or
Yes.
whatever it may be.
They look the part.
That's right. And when you walk into, you can think of a lot of different things, a banker, an attorney. When you walk into an attorney's office, what do you expect? And if you walk into your attorney's office and they're wearing flip-flops and a Hawaii shirt, they may be the very best attorney in the entire world. But I want to talk for just a second about how do our perceptions of things shape, or how do people, the way people present themselves, shape the way that we view them, especially on first impressions. And so would you say this is an important thing in real estate? When you think of commercial real estate brokers, what do you think of relative to a banker and an attorney and a doctor?
Professional, highly competent.
That's just because you're in the best office in the United States.
Right.
But
That's right.
whenever I got into the business 20 years ago, I worked in an amazing company, great culture, amazing broker, great trainer. But he was old school. I mean, he defined old school. We wore dark suits, light shirts, not dark shirts, and we wore ties. And we wore them 5 days a week, beginning to close. And then here me and Joe are 20 years later.
Looking good.
Oh, you're looking great. Very debonair.
We are great looking people.
Yeah. And so I think when I got into the business, I had a 97 Grand Marquis as my car. And I walked in and said, hey, can I sell real estate in this? They're going to say, you can sell a lot of real estate in that. After you get some checks, you may want to go and get a car that people expect to be a realtor car. And so I wanted to just bring this up and say, we would love to live in a society where people did not judge you based on outward appearances. But unfortunately, we live in a society where first impressions matter a ton. And so in our office, we try to have the brokers especially. Now, in our office, it's complicated because we have accounting people, marketing people, development people. But the brokers, they're the client interface side of our company. We try to get them to dress like professionals. And that's changed a ton. We have what's called West Texas Casual, where you've got dress shoes, blue jeans, and a long sleeve shirt on. Kyle's always sporting the slacks and the dress shirt, maybe a polo or whatever. But I think it does matter how we present ourselves. And I don't want to take that, I see 80-year-old realtor ladies who are trying to still look like they're 30. And I think, okay, they just took this little thought a little bit too far. But I think it is important. Joe, what do you think as far as how people perceive you and the way you present yourself?
Yeah, I think it's a question of trust. I mean, with a doctor, you expect them to look like a doctor because you're trusting them with a huge bunch of decisions about your health and about your life. And so I think the same thing goes with real estate. If you're asking someone to in 30 seconds trust what you say is going to be accurate, competent, and that they can trust you with decisions on hundreds of thousands of their dollars, you want to look the part. You want to look like, I didn't just roll off the back of a turnip truck. I actually come to work.
Yeah, like you actually came to work. And so in our office, we want to keep a professional working environment, and you are great. And so you have nothing, so far it's been 6 weeks, and there has been one time I thought, man, she really looks slavish. Is that a word, slavish?
It is now.
It is now. But I would say that is something that you have to be careful, because if you're going to meet a client for the very first time, I dress like a real estate broker. When I went and met with that client on the downtown office, I dressed up for the occasion. More than whenever I know I'm in the office all day working, I'm not going to see anybody. More than when I'm working at the home office or from the ranch. So the client meetings I have on my calendar, they somewhat shape the level of professionalism which I dress. Now, that's risky because you could dress down. And then the most important guy, the other day I walked in from a haircut and I had my shirt off because I was shaking hair off, and I walk in and there was the wealthiest guy in Lubbock, Texas, standing at the door wanting to go into the office. And I'm sitting there and I didn't look like a professional at all. So I've broken my own rule. But I would say that in spite of what society wants to tell us, how we look actually matters. So we should present ourselves as the professionals that we want to be.
Yeah, and I've found too that it's always nicer when you get a call from somebody and they say, "Hey, I want to look at this site," and you're not in. You didn't pick that day to be casual. You have a consistent dress that you always have, and so that way when you have that last minute thing, like I have to go show this property, I have to go meet with this person that just called me. I don't have to go home and change, or I don't have to worry about I should have put a different shirt on today.
So the way that Grant says it to new people is he says you don't ever want to be the worst dressed person in the room. But if everybody's dressed at this level, you also don't want to be 3 steps above them. I don't come in a suit and tie every day when all of my clients look basically like this. I dress to the level of my clients or 1 level above my clients, 1 level above their expectations. So never below and never 3 steps beyond where they are. But the client, they got the money. One time I worked for a guy, we were flying to Dallas to meet with some real estate people. He was in T-shirt, tennis shoes, and whatever. I was like, and I came dressed like to work. And he said, I said, man, you're going really casual. He says, I'm writing the check today. I was like, mental note, whomever writes the check can dress how they want to. So your clients, they can come in shorts and a Hawaii shirt. But we're not writing the check. The client's writing the check for our professional services. So we dress towards their expectations or slightly above. Yeah. So any thoughts on that?
No, I've just always heard that it takes 30 seconds to make a good first impression. It takes 20 encounters to overcome a bad impression.
That's scary.
So I've always lived by that too, thinking through that.
That's a really great saying. And let me just say, in commercial real estate, you are not going to get 20 encounters to make up for a bad. Because if you don't make that first impression, they're not giving you those 20 encounters, because that's a lot of encounters in a real estate transaction.
It's a lot. That's a lot of time you don't have.
So. We're on the same page. So just wanted to have a quick chat about that. All right.